Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. On today's episode, I will be cooking one of my favorite foods, which is light soup with some rice. So we're gonna get cooking. I'm just washing my hands real quick, most important, especially in this corona era. Next, we got our ingredients here. I have everything listed down for you guys. Everything is so fresh, straight from the market. So first, we're starting off with some freshly clean hard chicken wings and goat meat. I cleaned it with vinegar and water. Then I have gone ahead and cleaned my veggies, and I'm just going to add that because I need to steam that up before blending and adding it to my mixture. I'm gonna add some water. You can add as much as you want. And now I'm gonna go ahead and season. I'm using the Unga shrimp seasoning. I'm gonna add 1 cube of that. I'm gonna add some ginger. I'm gonna add some salt, and we're gonna mix that up together and start steaming it. Ghana. I know for some of you guys follow me on my Instagram, and you see that I post that I'm always pretty much at the gym throughout the weekdays, and I have to say, like, it's a bit challenging to stay healthy here. And you guys are probably wondering, like, what does she mean challenging? Because we're like surrounded by so much fresh food and stuff. But I'm gonna get into that real quick. So essentially, yes, there is unlimited amount of fresh food here in Ghana and Africa. Like, the fruits are fresh, everything is just fresh, and which is wonderful. But the disadvantage that could be is the fact that most people here eat very heavy. So a lot of food here is starch based. So that means a lot of carbs. And if you live here in Ghana, you see that there's kind of like a schedule with how most people eat here. They eat very heavy in the morning and very heavy at night. And you can see that based on the food sellers that come out during the day. So you have sellers like Wache, Kenke, Fufu, all those heavy starch-based food, what they sell in the morning. And in the evening, those same people come out again and sell again. So most people tend to eat really, really heavy. So that could actually you can gain a lot of pounds based on just that. So it's been a challenge for me, I have to say, trying to stay healthy, because I'm exposed to so much heavy stuff, and I have to really be disciplined and tell myself that no, I'm gonna eat this for breakfast, like oatmeal and smoothies and yogurts and stuff, instead of eating rice and stuff in the morning, which I've been like really disciplined about, and as well as my dinner, and not eating super heavy during dinner time. If I do decide to eat heavy, it's usually in the afternoon or so. But don't get me wrong, I don't limit myself by saying I won't eat those foods. So I try my best to cook more at home. And if I do decide to go outside and eat, I try to figure out what I'm eating and around the time that. So if I'm gonna eat like something like wache, I try to eat it like in the morning to the afternoon, so I have so much time in the day to digest it and stuff. Like as opposed to eating is so heavy, I mean, like so early in the morning, and then you're just like so drained and tired because the food is so heavy, and then like trying to eat too late at night, and then, you know, sometimes you find it difficult going to bed because you're just so stuffed, you're just so full. So I feel like that's the challenging side. The little easier side is the fact that you are open to so much fresh fruits and veggies and things like that. So you can make a lot of healthy dishes for yourself. So for me, in order to stay healthy, I try my best to just cook more at home. So you guys can see I'm sharing some of the dishes that I make. I am making, you know, a Ghanaian dish, but I do mix it up with some American dishes and things like that, because sometimes I just I miss pasta. So I just make some pasta and things like that. So yeah, it's I feel like it's a bit of a challenge trying to stay healthy, but I think what helps a lot is me working out constantly, and that keeps me you know, keeps me I feel light, basically. Like I don't want to feel like super heavy and things like that. And I mean, if you out much and like you're in the weather, trust me, this heat will make you lose some weight. But sometimes the heat is a bit too much. So so I try not to stay so much out during the day. Usually like maybe early morning and then late at night when, you know, the weather it's a little bit down, or whatever the case may be. So yeah, I think it's important to really cook more yourself when you're home. Like they say, when you're working out and trying to stay fit, 80% is what you eat and 10% is the workout and stuff. So it's really important, and you have to be really disciplined. If not, you will find yourself gaining a lot of weight because of the food options that are here. It's a lot of heavy food, guys. You guys don't even want me to go down the list, but you know, rice is a big staple, and I mean, I'm not a big rice lover, but once in a while I do, you know, I crave for it, and that's why, like today I'm making the light soup and the rice, and I think it's, you know, it's also good, clear up my, you know, my system, especially with corona and things like that. And, you know, it's important to take your vitamins and eat a lot of fruits and stuff, because you get so much vitamins from that as well. And of course, there's abundance here in Ghana. So that's one thing that I really do appreciate and love about living here is, you know, the veggies and the fruits options and things like that. So yeah, it's really important that when you come here, just don't feel like you're just gonna relax because everything is fresh. But the fresh stuff, if you're not eating it at the right times, you will gain weight. So it's really important to, you know, be disciplined with what you eat. Don't get me wrong, you can have cheat days, you know, and things like that. I have cheat days. I sometimes have a little cake, you know, brownies and milkshakes and things if I'm feeling it. Like, I'm not saying limit yourself, but I'm just saying be smart about it and be particular at, you know, what you're eating at what time. You know, it's really important. Everybody's body mass and weight is different, of course, so that would determine maybe how much you know, you're supposed to take, how much carbs you're supposed to intake, how much protein and things like that. But it's really important that, you know, you're just really disciplined. I feel like that's the most important thing in choosing a healthy lifestyle, is being disciplined. So it's totally you know, possible here, don't get me wrong. When I said it's hard, it's a little bit hard because of, you know, the options, like I said, but discipline is most important. I think that would help in the overall process of staying healthy when you are in Ghana. I mean, walking is a good way. Some people, you see them walking in the morning, jogging and things like that. So, you know, there's a lot of options. So I think it's just, like I said, being disciplined is what's most important. So if you're disciplined, you can stay healthy. So yes, I'm gonna continue cooking. So now that the veggies are all nice and steamed up, I'm going to go ahead and take them out and put it in my blender and blend that. And I'm going to add it back to this stock.
Say what you want to say to me now. I want to wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning.
So So go ahead and blend this, and make sure you blend it till it's very, very smooth and you don't have no pieces left over. Check this out. Check out the steam. It's good to let some of the steam out. It makes it harder for you to open the blender when the steam is stuck inside. So I always open it to let some of the steam out. Then we're gonna go ahead and add it to our stock. As you can see, I left some of the peppers. Some people like, peppers just laying around your soup. They can mash it in and make it hotter to your preference. So I added a little bit water to the mix in the blender to get everything out, and just mix that up, and we're gonna let that continue cooking. Now onto the rice. I have 2 cups of jasmine rice here. I'm just gonna rinse it out. I like washing my rice about 3 to 4 times, getting as much starch as possible out. I'm gonna wash it, then I'm gonna add my water to it. I usually go according to 2 cups of rice to 4 cups of water, but sometimes it's a bit too much, so I maybe put like 3.5 cups instead of 4 cups. So I'm gonna wash it out, add my water, and add some salt and get that cooking. So now that I have everything that needs to be blended and it's in the soup and it's cooking, I got my rice on the stove. This is it's a quick food. It doesn't take that long, but it's very, very healthy. So I know you guys are probably wondering, like, hey, what do you actually eat? You're saying like eat a healthy lifestyle, have a healthy lifestyle and things like that. What are you actually eating? Okay, so what am I actually eating? So for breakfast, I tend to eat a lot of oatmeal. I eat Greek yogurt, sometimes mixed with chia seeds, roasted almonds, dry cranberries. Sometimes I'll add some fruits inside. Or I will have a smoothie. I'm really particular about my fruit, so I usually have a banana, mango, pineapple with Greek yogurt smoothie. Maybe sometimes I add some ginger to it. Sometimes I add some oranges and things like that. So that's typically my breakfast. On weekends, I tend to have pancakes with sausage and egg. But that's not always, all the time. Some days I'm not really in the mood of eating like heavy breakfast, so I'll probably just boil like 2 eggs and eat. At least I have to get some protein in after the gym. So typically that's what I pretty much eat for breakfast. So for lunch, my dishes that I like, my Ghanaian dishes that I love to eat, besides light soup and the rice, I sometimes like it with fufu. I like spinach stew with yam or plantains. Sometimes I make a chicken salad or a tuna salad. Sometimes I make pasta. So yeah, that's typically what I eat. Maybe I'll have some like noodles sometimes, and essentially that's kind of like my lunch. For dinner, sometimes I try to go light. Maybe I'll have maybe a tilapia, or like a grilled tilapia or grilled salmon. I tend to eat more protein at night and less on the carbs. So if I want more carbs, I try to eat it during the morning and the daytime. So I do like having potatoes a lot. I love potatoes. I love plantain. I love yam. So typically that's pretty much what I'm always eating. So sometimes it gets a bit boring because it's like I'm eating the same food all the time. But that's the healthy ones that I choose to want to eat. Of course, there's loads and loads of other food to eat, but I find myself eating those other foods on my cheat days, like Saturday or Sunday or something like that. I'll go treat myself and have maybe like fried rice, or I'll have maybe fufu, or I have like benku and tilapia. Those are more on the heavy side. So that's typically what I'm eating all the time. Like I said, it gets boring sometimes, but I try to change it up here and there. What I have noticed is that when I decide to cook American food, it tends to be more pricey, because of course that's not the staple food for most people here. So if I want to make like chicken Alfredo, for example, like cheese is on the pricey side, cream is on the pricey side. So I try to make those like once in a while when I'm kind of craving, you know, some American dishes and things like that, like steak and potatoes and stuff like that. So they could be more on the pricey side. So it's more like I'm treating myself when I, you know, when I cook those foods. But yes, it's totally possible for you to make it here. You will get the stuff. They sell it at most of the big supermarkets here, like Palace, ShopRite, Spar, like those big supermarkets. Even Malcolm, you can get those things like that. So I visit those places once in a while and get those things. But I definitely make sure I try to get a lot of veggies in. So I'm like, I tend to eat a lot of salad with what I eat, or sometimes I'll just have like some string beans or some corn like on the side or things like that. So I think that if you pretty much have a balanced you know, meal, you'll be fine. Like, you know, you'll be fine. Like maybe you may gain a little weight, but it may not be like, you know, fat weight, you get what I'm saying? So I feel like I'm at that point where like I've actually been gaining weight, but I'm gaining more muscle because of what my trainer has me doing and being really particular of what I eat. So back to the whole discipline again is really important. So yeah, that's what you know, that's what I like to eat. Tell me what you guys like. Tell me what's your favorite Ghanaian dishes, and maybe one day I will just cook it. So our soup is coming along pretty well. I'm gonna go ahead and add some tomato paste. I like to add just about 1 teaspoon. I like to mix it in myself. I don't like to just dump it and let it melt, because sometimes you may have some pieces like not cooked and it's just laying around. So I like to mix it like how I'm doing now. Make sure that it's thoroughly in, and I'm just gonna let that cook down a little bit more. And pretty much the soup is done after this. After it's really cooked down, you're ready to serve. While I'm waiting for the food to cook, I'm just gonna go ahead, check some emails, journal a little bit, check on my goals for the month, and make sure that I'm keeping up to date with everything, making sure I'm planning my next shoots for you guys and things like that. Alright, so our rice looks pretty done, nice and cooked. Love me some rice in the pot. It just has a different feel than using the rice cooker, and that's what I love about Ghana. This is one of my things I do. So yeah, rice is pretty much done. Soup looks pretty much done. I'm just gonna go ahead and taste and see if I need to re-season anything, add some salt or whatever the case may be. I think I'm just gonna add a little bit of my mom's special spices and let that cook down a little bit more, and my soup will be good to go. Alright, so everything is done. I'm just gonna go ahead and serve myself. I hope you guys found this to be easy, and maybe you can make it yourself, and let me know how it goes when you do make it. It's a very good dish, it's healthy, and I am going to chow down. So my light soup and rice is all done. It tastes very, very good, nice and spicy. I feel it, you know, clearing up everything. But if you guys really enjoyed this video and you want to see more like this, please write in the comments below. Make sure that you like the video. Make sure you share the video for more like this. Yes, I do cook, guys. This may be a surprise to some of y'all, but I know how to cook African dishes, especially Ghanaian dishes. So if you want to see more of it, more of what I eat, my workout routines and things like that, make sure you definitely leave a comment. I hope you guys really enjoyed this. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to share this video. Make sure you click that little notification bell so anytime I drop a new video, you guys will be aware of it. Thank you for joining in today, joining me in my kitchen and cooking this lovely meal. And I'm going to chow down and